It's looking good. Not as much lag. Alright. We're just going to get right off into it. What's up, guys? It's your boy Yeet here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another Vanguard Zero stream. Hopefully the quality of this video goes a lot better than last time. It was all pixelated and everything as such. I'm trying to fix all of this. It was not like this when I did Hearthstone, but it's probably because I'm taking a lot more Wi-Fi because I'm streaming from my phone to my PC and then using OBS to stream and upload at the same time. Probably putting a little bit strain on my Wi-Fi. So good. Now, as you can tell by the title of this deck, of this stream, I fleshed out all of my decks. Every single last one of them I deleted, but I took a screenshot of them just in case I ever need to rebuild them for my own personal need. But in today's episode, I'm gonna build a deck for you for every single clan in Vanguard. And to show how many clans there are, there's Royal Kagero, Oracle Think Tank, Nova Grappler, Shadow Paladin, Dark Irregulars, Pale Moon, Spike Brothers, I had no idea what happened there. Where was I? Dimension Police, Bermuda Triangle, Neo Nectar, Grand Blue, Gold Paladin, Narukami, Great Nature, and Angel Feather. In total, that's 17. Scratch that, I mean 16. 16. So, I'm not going to do this, I'm going to not do this in any particular order. I'm just going to do them in the way I usually would do it. And I like to usually start from like my most commonly, like, not, I shouldn't say my most commonly, but from what I know is like good meta to like decks that aren't completely meta right now, but I'm not saying they aren't trash per se. They just need more cards in the future to help them out. For example, I'll put Pale Moon on the last slot, which I'll probably end up doing like is like gonna be on the bottom. I would put it on the bottom because until Lukier, which is next season, it's not gonna get really bad. Not really good. So, starting off, let's do probably one of the easiest decks to do right about now. Gold Paladin. Sorry about that. And Gold Paladin is being played phenomenally right now. There's two ways you can play Gold Paladin. You can play a Blonde Ezel build, which just was like Riot Chain with Blonde Ezel. You can see my 4 Blonde Ezels. I like having 2 of each. I grinded for that. Or you can do Pelennor spam, which is different. So if you were doing Pelennor spam, you'd be running Spring Breeze You'd be running Spring Breeze Messenger as your build, as your main Vanguard. If you're doing Ezel Riot Chain, you'd be running Crimson Lion Club Criff. Or you could run, or Crimson Lion Club Criff is your other starter in case you're trying to do what I like to call Aggravating Rush. So to do Aggravating Rush, which is sort of my build, I kind of make a build out of... my Gold Paladin deck is a little bit different, but it still does the same unique thing. And I'm just going to go through it as there. I play Crimson... Not Spring Breeze Messenger. Hold up. Well, yes, I play 4 Mark. I play Criff as my starter, and 4 Nullifiers. And since I'm playing Criff, of course I want to run 4 Gareth. And then I play Tron in this deck. I like having Tron in this deck for 2 reasons. If I'm playing Pelennor, Tron is like the best booster to have behind Pelennor. It will guarantee you to hit it. Ezel and Tron is it just makes it so overpowered. They hit a giant ass number that it's ridiculous. In the way, it won't matter in the slightest, but it'll still do a lot of damage. And now to show you how the rest of this deck is going to work off, I'm going to show you how I'm going to build the grade 3s. Okay? 4 copies of Ezel. In an Ezel right chain, you'd be running this no matter what. But 4 Ezel is just great because it's also an 11k and probably the best grade 3 to ride. Then, I'm running 4 copies of Pelennor. Oh yes, I'm going to be running Garmor, not Sagamore. Sorry, I'm looking at my phone and this at the same time. 4 copies of Garmor as well. Now, how this works is that I have Pelennor as my stand trigger. Yes, we're running stands in this deck. Even if you're going to be running the Platina Ezel build that has like will eventually be 9 draw, but we don't have Blaster Blade Spirit or Blaster Dark Spirit until that point, and so I like to run the stands for Pelennor. Now, if you were running just a pure Pelennor build, you'd probably be running 3 Ezel, 4 obviously 3 Ezel, 4 Pelennor, and then for the last grade 3, you probably running 2 copies of this dude. Photon Archer Grifflet just as the extra stand triggers in case you were just gonna do like right on there. But for me, the last grade 3 I play in this deck is Knight of Fury Agravain. I absolutely love Agravain, not just in front of the show, but I like playing the card playing against the card IRL. It's my friend's favorite unit, and it just catches my opponents completely off guard. And I also am a sucker for Mega Blast units. As you know, Mr. Invincible is my favorite Nova Grappler unit, and probably of all time, Mr. JaydenAG10, the god in me himself. Yeah, so I'm a sucker for Mega Blast. And the rest of this is going to be draw. So it's going to be 5 draw with that. And then Garmor will be the heal trigger. Because even if you get stuck with riding the Garmor in hand, that's not terrible. Because you can counterblast 2 and Superior Call, grade 2 or grade 1 out of the deck. Which will be good for like playing your Din Drains or draw your card. And Ezel, and then if you ever stuck having the heal trigger in hand and you want to get it back in the deck, here's what you do. When you're at Limit Break 4, you ride Pelennor here if he's in your hand, and then you use Pellennor's Limit Break to shuffle back Garmor on the bottom of your deck. But you will only have 1 intercept, which is fine, because it's like a half and half gateway. You can pull off that heal triggers more, but it's good to put grade 3s on the bottom of your deck so you have more chances of pulling them. That's why I like having Pelennor. Hold up. What did I have my nicknames for? Agravain, Ezel, Pelennor. I always come up with weird names for all my decks, but this is how I do it. And I always tie on Rank Legend, because this is all they build for. Now that the grade 3s are in there, for the grade 2s, if you have Vivian, please play 4 Vivian. I don't have Vivian, but I would tell you to play Vivian easily in this deck, but I would only play 3 Vivian. So I would do this. For Vivians, I would be replacing my Lopier shooters, but I would run 4 trip. I'll just show you what it would look like. You would run 4 trip, take out the Lopier. You run 3 Vivian, 4 copies of Bowman, and for the last 2, I would put in 2 copies of. Oh, not that. I run 2 copies of this dude. That's my grade. That would be my grade 3 lineup for if I had that. But because I don't have that, this is my grade 3 lineup. Take out that and take out the Vivians. Instead of that, I run 1 Providence Strategist, as I like the extra draws from there. And then I do run my 2 Lopier Shooter. But then the last grade 3 is not another that's not last grade grade 3. The last grade 2 is not a. See, you could probably, if you wanted to really just like stack up the limit breaks, you could play Master of Pain. If you wanted to like apply a little bit more pressure and guarantee yourself have another hitter, you play Wingblader Knight because he'll be an 11k. If you want more draws, you play another Strategist. If you want superior calls, you can play Flash Edge Valkyrie, which is when placed for your deck, counter +1 to call the top card of your deck to an open rearguard circle. Or you can play Jump Street Knight for another extra K. Or you can even play Slagle Sword here to have like a big body on rearguard, which is if counterblast 4, if you have 4 more rearguards, cast one and get +3k until the end of the turn. But I actually play Wingblade Knight as my last grade 2 in that deck. And that, well, you're missing the last grade 1 in the deck, right? Yeah. No more. Got you covered. 2 of you. And 1 in drain. And now that I'm looking at it, I'm thinking that this probably this like a decent build. But let's take out. Let's take out the Wingblade Knight. I'm changing my build to the last second, like my idea for like the last second. Let's put in the 3rd Master of Pain, so I can run it, because I only like running 4 in this deck because I don't like having that much. Let's take out that and then put in another copy of Din Drain. Even if you don't, I wouldn't use Din Drain if you're gonna go for the aggravating play. But if you already burned your 1 aggravating, it's not in your hand, then just don't. But then just go ahead and Soul Blast and draw. But I like that. That's the build. That's Aggro Lenore. Going over again. 1 Criff for starter. 4 copies of Mark, your Nullifier. 2 Din Drain for Soul Blast and draw. 4 Gareth for Riot Chain. 1 Disciple of Pain. 2 Tron. 2 Monopoly Shooter. 4 Trip. 4 Bowman. 3 copies of Master of Pain. 1 Providence Strategist. 4 Ezel as draw triggers. Pelennor as your stand triggers. Garmor as your heal triggers. And Aggravating as your last draw trigger. Boom. There's your deck. Aggro Lenore. Now, customize character. I always put my character sleeves if I don't have one on there. Once I get my Pelennor sleeves from the rank, which we're going to hit today, that would be my... That's going to be replacing the sleeves. Next clan. For me... you know what? That's true, Allie. He makes a good point. He's saying to run 5 of that instead because it's the sweet spot, and he's right. Running that would probably be a sweet spot. I still like the 1 Tron in the deck, though. It is still a 6k booster, but the reason why I like playing more Tron is because if I get it, if like you get a ride chain off of Pelennor plus that is going to hit you for a big, big number. And if you stand up in there, and then you superior, like, call Pelennor off of a hit, when you had Gerard, if you had Gerard or Vivian, then that's when you would run more Tron. But until then, I would run that. Alright. Going on to probably my most hated deck of the season, but because I like going off of the characters, is Royal Paladin. Majesty Lord Blaster. Probably the easiest deck to freaking build. One copy of Wingo Brave so you can search out your Blaster Blade. When this card gets nerfed, you run Libergal. But until then, you run Wingo Brave. 4 nullifiers, because every deck needs 4 nullifiers. And then, let's go off into the grade 3 so I can show that off. Since I only run 2, whoop, get that out of my deck. When I only have 2 Majesty Lord Blaster, you put 2 Majesty Lord Blaster. And then, for me, I'm putting 3 Garmor. Whoop. And then, going over here, 4 copies of Ganslot for heal triggers. And then, finishing off with 4 Palamedes. Donzel. Easy as pie. Heal, draw, draw, draw. The deck practically builds itself after this point. Since you're playing Majesty Lord Blaster, 4 copies of each Blaster, 4 Blaster Blade, 4 Blaster Dark, 2 Star Call, 3 Bedivere. Easy as pie. Then the grade 1s I play a little bit differently. Obviously, since I'm playing a... yeah, there's no reason to change it. Ali is hitting it right on the noggin. Ezreal's a straightforward build, no reason to boost it. And LMB is very straightforward build, no reason to change it. He's absolutely right. This is my teammate, by the way. We're talking while he's in the chat. So for the rest of the grade 1s, you want to run 2 copies of for me, I would run 2 copies of Lian so you can drop and draw. Since I'm playing Garmor in my build, I'm playing I don't have 4 copies of the. You know what? When I get that, I'll get it. 4 copies of Snowgul, since I'm playing a Garmor build anyway. And then the last 2 cards are a little bit different. When Wingo Brave is dropped for Libergal, I would run not this. 1 copy of this card, Borgul. So he would be a 9k booster for Majesty Lord Blaster when he gets there. When he's after his skill and he's only at 12k, Borgul is going to be really huge in that deck, and you can actually still hit that if you like soul charge a bunch of times with like 2 copies of Blaster Blade. Then you would have your Wingo Brave in there, plus your thing that's like 5 units, but then you would have only 5 in there. And the reason how you would get to that last card in the soul is if you actually would actually ride again. So I wouldn't technically go for Borgul yet, but when you have Libergal, you'll be fine. Until then, I'm playing 2 copies of K, and for the last card, I'm playing 1 copy of Miru Biru. For your discard and draw 1 card after it's boosted to help you dig for PGs, great intercepts. It's I don't know why most people don't run Miru Biru. I seen it run when it was on the Vanguard Japanese website, and also the tournament winner from like in Japanese ran 1 copy of Miru Biru alongside in his deck. So I'd run Miru Biru, but if you were just going for pure straightforward and you don't not running a Garmor build, you drop the 4 Snowgul for 4 Lian, you drop the Miru Biru, you put in a 3rd Lian. You drop Snowgul for Marin, and that's it. That's literally a straightforward change. Boom. That's also another very good build. 3 Lian, 3 AK Vanilla, and 3K. That's another great way of doing it. Whoop. Alright, on to the next deck. Probably me and Allie's favorite deck. Shadow Paladins. The one deck we can really talk in common. Shadow Paladin is really, really straightforward unless you're doing the Painter build, which is like maybe 1 or 2 cards off. But otherwise, it's like straightforward after that. Full bow, easy. 4 copies of Blaster Javelin. 4 copies of Mac Lear. 1, 4. Easy. Grade 2s. If you have more in your main, play more in the main. I played 2, 4, 4, and the rest are Blaster Dark. That's my grade 2s. Literally. Because if I don't end up getting Blaster Javelin in my hand, and I end up having to ride Charon, I most importantly want to have a Blaster Dark in there. If you have 2, if you do have your 2 more extra in the main, drop 2 more copies of Blaster Dark, put in the 2 more in the main, and you're set from there. Otherwise, the deck's straightforward from there. Oh, crap. You're right. I forgot the extra Masquerade. I thought I added everything. There you go. Sorry. Masquerade was supposed to be at 4. Whoopsie. If you have 4 copies of this dude, play 4 copies of Overlord. Otherwise, I have to play 2 since I only have them. I'm working on getting my last one. I'm at 100 VP medals. When I get my last one, this will be in there. Yeah, and it'll be like that. 4 copies of Karen. 2 Dark Metal. When I get the other 2 cards I'm looking for, this will be gone from 2 to 1. The Dark Dictator will be down to 1. And this Dark Metal Dragon will not be existed, and I have my other 2 Blaster Dragons. So, easy as pie after that. Draw, 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 and then heal. 9 draw, heal. Lance. Eaton. Instead of nice meeting you, we have Lance eating you. Gotta say hello to the Dark Lance. Yep. 4 PBO, 4 Blaster Dark, 4 Dark Mage, 1 Dark Tater is the usual lineup. Enough said. Ali runs Shadows for the main. He knows exactly what he's talking about. I personally like the OG Ren instead of the Love Valentine Ren. But deck sales very much forward. Next up on my list, Narukami. Now, Narukami can be played 3 ways that I know how I build Narukami. There's your pure Seishin, Vermilion, Dungary, good stuff Kage with like all 4 of your intercept removals, which is just great. There's Exorcist Narukami, which for the longest time I was running a little bit differently, which you just play your like the Jins and all that other stuff. And then there's the last one, which is a pure budget one, which is just like all the intercept removals plus Sparky Dragoon to search out your Gyrus and then ride Gyrus and then slap them for kills. So, me personally, I'm working on getting my 4 Dungary because I'm going to be running Dungary Unlimited when Dungary Unlimited comes out. I only currently have 1 Vermilion, 2 Dungary at the moment, but that's fine because how I played Narukami, I was playing Exorcist because just to get the extra builds, but recently I found that even though Exorcist is great, it's not always going to be like perfect. I still run Exorcist. When I'm getting my 4, when I get my 4 Dungary, I'll probably drop Exorcist. I'll probably drop Exorcist. At the same time, I'm really, really starting to like the grade 3 Jin. because he's coming in clutch, big time wise for 14Ks. When I rode in him and cleared out the intercepts, that 14K base was just like perfect. So I'm just gonna build you my Exorcist build at the moment. 1 copy of Exorcist Mage Chocho for your Exorcist build. 4 copies of Dunger, 4 copies of Gold. 4 copies of Ryan. I play 2 Jin of the Lightning Spark. And then 2 copies of Stormy. And the last grade 3 is 1 copy of this dude, Indigo. You could probably get away with running another Jin, but I personally like Indigo for 2 reasons. Number 1, when you remove Indigo, it may be 1 less K, but you could still ride him as the Vanguard and attack you can have him in the front row and attack a rear guard, but he loses 3K while he's in the front row. You could probably just also run Spark, but I'm still there. Alia is right. But that's what you would do if you're running the Exorcist build. For me, Exorcist is still fine because even without that, it still works for me. I don't have enough to make it otherwise. Grade 2s, Garuda, 4 copies of Sidon, 3, and then 4. And then you could run 7. You could run this dude. You could run another 10K. This is true. If you seal the 10K, he becomes a 10K. But if you ride this, and your opponent has a rear guard intercept, well, like, Indigo has been working well for me. I personally like Indigo. Like, you could run another Jin, but I personally just like running Indigo. If your Exorcist does dry draw and you don't feel comfortable running Jin the Lightning Flare, you can take out Jin the Lightning Flare and just run 2 Thunderstorm Dragoon, which is fine. I'm okay with doing that as well. Grade 3s, the more Vermilion, the better. Same thing for... Whoop, get that out of there. The more Dungaree, the better. 4 Jin. 3 copies of Gyrus. And then 3 copies of Voltage Claw. Is my deck at the moment. It's been working like a charm. Draw, draw, heal, draw, and draw. Amen. That's the build. I like having the reverse for this. OG Kai versus New Kai, and then backwards. Kagero. Oh, only one way to run Kagero now, and that's the end. But personally, since I only have 3 copies of the end, I play a little bit of a upped build. But it's not too far-fetched off. You still run Conroe. 4 grade 1s to search it. 1 of each Airmo. And a Heat Nail Salamander. 4 bar. Actually, 3 bar. 3 Gojo. Easy. 3-3-3 build. Grade 2s. More bellicosity, the better. So I would just run more bellicosity. Same thing for Strike In, Burning Horn, Tejas. And then the last unit, because I don't have the last 2 units, because I don't have a bellicosity, Berserk. You don't have to run you don't have to use the counter blast if you don't want to. Still's there though. 4 copies of Overlord, Blockade. Oh. 3 Dual Axe. I'd be running the 4th end if I had the 4th end. But because I don't have the 4th end, I run one Vanisher and one Vortex Dragon. Board clear is good, and extra 12k rear guard, great. When you get the extra end, drop Vortex. And if you get the extra dual axe, drop Vanisher. Trigger set, Overlord heal triggers, rest draw triggers. A lot of decks run 9 draw. $12k attacker instead for G3. Excuse me. You're talking about Executioner, right? Executioner is fine, but what happens if you have like if you have your opponent has like something like a 10k base, okay, King of Sword, okay? You don't have an Overlord Vanguard. 9 of the times you will. But if you don't have an Overlord Vanguard, you're gonna have a 9k, 8k, 9k. You will maybe have a few more 10ks of striking, but you won't always have the 10k. So you can hit, yeah, it will hit MLB boosted, but the same thing will happen with Vanisher. You'll have to clear out the rear guards anyway, and Vanisher will become a 12k attacker. You can just hit with Vanisher first. Simple as that. I like Vanisher because it becomes the big booster that I need it to be, even when I'm not attacking the Vanguard. That and, well, Vanisher's fine. If you want to, you can run one Vanisher without Vortex and one Executioner. That's also very viable too. Vortex is just in there, but is there. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I probably will run the Executioner and Vanisher. Oh. Look, I'll just show you this real fast. Where is it? Hold up, I gotta go through this. Different fight. Where the fudge is it, dude? Tier list, set, no, not big news, set 5 analysis, VP farm. No, that's the championship. Where the fudge is that link? Hold up. Where's the link on my thing? Game with .jp. Slash Vanguard -0. What? Oh, please. Boom. It's the site. Let me see what I run. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Scroll down here. This is where I get a lot of my deck ideas. Where's the freaking down? Here, click this green button. Shows you tier list. Shows you decks. And then we're gonna go to the Endo. This is the best deck that people have. This is the best deck from tournament winners of Japanese, and they post the best deck on here. And as you see, 4 Overlord heals, blockade, 2 copies of Dual Axe, and 4 of the end, which is exactly what I've been trying to say. This dude ran 4, 4, and 1, 2 Tages, Barcosity, Striking. All this is on here and clearly on this site. And this site is gamewith.gp/Vanguard0. And you just literally search that up and you'll find the same list out there. You can run Blazing Flares and this on the side of it as well with Doombringer, Griffin, Airmo. It explains everything in Japanese, but it's pretty much straightforward. You don't even need a translator to understand what it's talking about. But that's straightforward after that. And this is just my build. Done. Next is my favorite class. Nova Grapplers. You tell me how to build Nova Grapplers ever, you're wrong. Whoop, get that out. 1, 4. Like, I don't even need to think about this. 3. 3. 2. 1. Boom. 4. 1. 2. 4. 2. Grade 3s. 4. Recently I had this as draw trigger, but I changed it to heal trigger after I've been playing like Azure Dragon stack. Azure. 2, 2, 1. This is true. Ali runs in a different style. There's a bunch of different ways. This is my style of playing Novas. Before I was even doing the Azure build, I was like, had this completely reversed. I had this as draw and then Azure as the heal trigger, which I still do sometimes, but if you're playing like the Azure stack build, this is how you would build it. I'll show you what I had would do without Azure stack. I'd be taking this out, putting one more copy of that in, and then the last card would be Hungry Dumpty for more counter charges. And personally, that's still my favorite build, but if you're playing the search build, that's what I run. I don't like running more than one Scarlet Bird or more than one Beast Deity Black Taurus when you need boosters for this. So personally, this is how you do it. Draw, 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 and then heal. Correct. Azure stack is only consistent without razors, but if you're doing the Azure like build for this, show you what I mean. Where's the freaking list? Boom. I think that's the one. No, that's just regular Perfect Razor. This is the list. Perfect Razor, Azure Dragon, and I don't play Ashura Kaiser. I play Mr. Invincible instead of this. This is the list that people that the best player ran. One Perfect Razor, 4, 2 Shout, which I don't find is stupid. I would play Shout with Dancing Wolf because if you're stand with Mr. Invincible or Beast Deity Azure Dragon, you're gonna want the big muscle. You don't. I also don't condone ever running Brutal Jack, especially when you're if I was ever running Mr. Invincible. King of Sword is better because Brutal Jack takes the Counter Blast to activate, and not gonna happen while I'm playing my build. And the Black Tortoises, that's overdone. If you're running ever Perfect Razor, that should be a one of, and you'll be running 4 copies of freaking High Powered Razor Custom. Simple as that. So even though this player had did really well with this build and his specific build, I play mine in a different way. But this is the list that the champs ran. So, boom. That's my build. exact. Ali is hitting this on the nail in the coffin. Me and him think very similar. Both builds are very viable, and either way, this is my build. Where's my... Yep. Dunzo. That's Nova Grapplers. On... Word. Now, you can do... Let's see. What do I want to build next? Well, I'm close to finishing Great Nature. Yeah, let's do Great Nature. For Great Nature, I personally am waiting on a bunch of things. I just opened up my second locks today. I'm almost at enough. I'm literally 2 of the common shards for Great Nature away, the success pieces away from building off my 3rd grade 3. But here's how I'm thinking. If I'm waiting to save it because I've already opened up my 3rd lock soon out of my 10 packs that I would get from rank. I would probably craft my 4th locks, because when the time comes for Polaris, this is what I'm doing. See, I don't understand when people play this Leopold build. And Leopold, you ran Leopold Polaris, okay? The grade 1s I understand completely except for this. These two, no. You already have enough removal with this and Leopold. This is overkill. Please put Stamp Honor in this place. You're gonna wish you did ever since they. This I agree with. This I agree with. This I want 2 Stamp Honor. Lamp Camel good. This card's great. Hamsuke, I love him. This card, don't know what this is. Waiting for it to actually appear in this game. Until then, I'm going to be running either Compass Lion or Geograph Giant for some big booster. But this is great for Leopold. I'd probably, when the time comes, I'm probably going to be doing a little bit different. I'd be running this, 2 Duckbill, 1 of the grade 1 locks, 4 Cable Sheep, 2 Stamp Otter, 4 Suke, 1 Camel, 4 copies of Binoculars Tiger, 4 Hamsuke, and 4 of the locks. 4 Leopold, 4 copies of Guardian of Knowledge locks, 1 copy of the of the chicken. The chicken when it comes out, and until chicken comes out, you play 1 copy of Skulldommer Nap. And for heal triggers, you sadly would run Polaris as your heal trigger. You can even switch around Polaris, or you can even have your heal triggers as your locks. I'm still at the test out but they'll build, but that's my future plan. So I'm tempted just to craft locks, because locks on its own is also a decent deck as well. It all depends on what I get. But you don't have the Recorder Dog. Where in the deck is a Recorder Dog? There is no Recorder Dog. Or is it from outside your deck? Anyways, that's just that. Let's go. Finish the rest of the build. It's a target for Vocal Chicken. You don't use this effect for dog. Oh, okay. Well, I don't have the Vocal Chickens yet. Compass 4. Boom. Easy like pie. You could run more copies of Lamp Camel for a Geograph Giant. I find it fine this way, because Lamp Camel is great and all, but you're already going to be running 9 draws in this deck. So, yeah. Leopold at Dumbbell Kangaroo, Bison. when I put the locks in this deck, I'm going to have like 5 draw, 4 stand. But for now, this is perfect. And that's Great Nature. Moving on. Next deck. What deck do you want to see me build next, Allie? True. When you have Monoculus, you want to have that. I still think that like there's a lot of power already given on the board, especially if you're like, well, yeah, I guess. Or you could be just running Compass Line instead of that grade 1 cat, and like I'm thinking about, and with locks, and then you have Compass Line for power anyway. And then Monoculus would be there, and you would have just retire the Stamp Otter. Either way, I just find Stamp Otters ridiculously needed in every single Great Nature deck I've ever played. What deck do I want to build next? Let's just crank out Tsukugi Domi while I'm thinking of it. Tsukugi, bird. 4, 4, 3, 2. Grade 2s, Tom. Oop. And then for you, four crit, 5 draw, pressure. Cat is G2, yeah. I know. I'm just saying, Compass Line would replace the grade 2 cat, and Monoculus Tiger would be replaced with Stampire. And then, yeah, that's about it. Done. Pretty easy build. Well, at least for Tsukuyomi, that is, anyway. Next clan. Well, I'll have to build all of them eventually, so let's go with my babes. Oracle, not Oracle Think Tank, Angel Feather. Get this cursor off there. Sunny Smile Angel for the extra heal triggers. 3 Cupid No Seal. 4, 4, 1 of this, and finally 1 Heavenly Injector. You'll see why. 1, 4, 4, 4. Ain't that a beaut? When I get more copies of Lumgun No Shield, replacing it with this for my Armros. Until then, Shamseal, 4, Kiriel, Drillbit, done. Drillbit heal, draw, draw, draw. As much heal as possible is how you run this deck. Stand triggers, tried it many times. It helps, at the same time, takes away from what I'm trying to do with this specific build, and that's apply pressure while having great intercepts and having less cards in the damage zone. I play this Angel Feather deck as Control Angel Feather. Controlling the board while still having a giant-ass hand, intercepts to make my opponent waste their resources, and always recovering damage, whether that be through Ergodial, stalling out with PGs through roulette with the Ergodials, There's so many ways, but this is Angel Feathers. And that's how you play Control Angel Feathers. Corin, character, and this one. I think I just smelled bug control. I did. Let's just do this. Because my brain's not working right now. I'm so exhausted, yo. Alright. Next clan. Cocytus Rye Chain, boys. Four, two, 1, 3. Easy as pie. Whoop, get that out. 3, 4, 4, 2. No, 1, 1. Or you could even take this out and run more Navigator, because technically you're going to be digging through your deck as often, but there's a bunch of ways you can do this. You can run Ruin Shade. You could, if I had my 4th Captain Night Mist, I'd obviously run my 4th Captain Night Mist in my last slot. I obviously don't have that. I'll put in Ruin Shade. 1, 4, 1. Yeah, you run 5 stand, 4 draw. And that's how I ran it too. Except I have my Cocytus as the draws, and then the rest is the stands. Like that. That's how I built my Grand Blue. That's how I would play Grand Blue. Easy. Customize character Goki Daimonji. What deck should we have next? Almost finished this page. Ooh, probably the new talk of the hype right now. Spike Brothers. Now, let's just say, I'm going to get this right off the bat. This card, first off, they never put out anything about us getting new grade zeros. Like, they didn't even say anything on the announcements or news. They just straight up gave us extra grade zeros. Thank you. This card sucks. This card, love it. You either run Reign of Terror Thermidor or Mecha Trainer, depending on how you're playing your Spike Brothers. You either run Mecha Trainer if you're trying to play the style out, or, as I'm going to like to run this, I'm playing it as Dudley Rush Crush. Reign of Terror Thermidor and Dudley Rush Crush is like key heaven. And that's how you do it. 2, 4, 2, When I get 4 Douglases, I'm taking out Zachary for Douglas. And that's the build. When I get my 2 Douglases, it's literally going to be -1 Zachary, -1 Blowkiss, 2 more copies of the Douglas. That's it. That's the build. And then 2, 1. Whoop. When I get jelly beans, it'll be like that. But for right now, this is what I have to do. I'm personally going to end up trying to run 4 of that and 3 Siegfried when I get my more Dudleys. Until then, I have to run this to unite, and then I'm running this as my 11K. When you get you get 4 jelly bean, you take out all 4 of your heal triggers, which are your spike divers for 4 jelly beans, and that's just because it's like your Gancelot for this deck. And surprisingly, Spike Brothers run a bunch of draws in this deck as well. And I personally agree with that 100%. Oh, I know. I just said I'm building a deck for every single clan, and I have a deck built for every single clan all the time, no matter what. Alright. What other clans do I have to finish? Spike Brothers are done. Oh. Probably the hype talk of this season right now. Bermuda Triangles. No matter how much I love the artwork for like the wedding dresses and like thick ass Riviera and her like tuxedo, I already have 4 copies of Riviera. I'm not gonna grind my butt. Besides, I personally love that dress on Riviera on here. Even though the sexy Riviera from rank season is like, oh my god, thick chick McGee, but like, it's fine. I have 4 regular reindeer and 4 Bermuda triangles. I just 4 top order Riviera. I just got lucky with my pulls on this. I'm gonna be honest. Close for them is the rank rewards I got for them. You mean the reindeers, and how many of them do you have from this rank season? Because I'm only rank 1 because I've like haven't grinded that because of work. And like I was saying, I like running 2 of each like version. Draw, stand, draw, heal. Grade 2s. 3. Girls Rock Rio. 2. 2. 3. 2. Grade 1. Weddle. You don't play anything else. 4. 1. 1. Whoop. What happened to my copy of this? I had one of these. Must have disenchanted it for some stupid reason. 3, 2, 1. That's Bermuda's in a nutshell. Mako was the show of a famous for like series on Netflix. That's where I got the title for this from. Character, unit, down, where's you? Alright, that's Bermuda's in a nutshell. Alright, what else do I got? I still need to build... Let's just crank out everything else I can know how to build. Probably the next best one I have is Dark Irregulars. That's... I'm so so pumped to have Chariot and Blade Wing Raging next season. I am so close to having another triple R able to build. I'm gonna be opening like I don't even want to say I don't want to even put out anything. But whenever I do get packs, I'm opening them there. But I'm saving a $50 gift card of Apple plus $30 I'll put in for when Tache Kaze comes out, and I'm about to drop as much as I need till I finish Tache Kaze. Tache Kaze numero uno priority. Second priority is Dungary Unlimited. After that, I don't care what I build, but that's my main 2 builds I'm looking to build. Other than that, I'm not trying to blow much money into this game. 1, 2, 2, 2, 4, 2. Triggers. Heal. Heal. If you have more copies of Edo Rose, replace the other 2 Earth Gunners with Edo Rose. Draw. Crit. Draw. Draw. And if you know me, you know that this is the only way to run Dark Irregulars in my mind. Until you get next season's, like, the next grade zeros. Devil in Shadow. And I'll probably still end up running Devil in Shadow because of how good this card has been for me. That plus Devil in Shadow is like the grade 0 starter for Vanguard IRL right now. That also, you can also, if you want to run Blade Wing Ragey, you can use this card to search out your Blade Wing Ragey. 1, 4, whoop. Actually, yeah, that's fine as well, because I need him. 2, 3. And then the last one I played is this. 3. Done for Dark Irregulars. For Gwen. For Werewolf. 2. 1. 1 more wit of her. Done. That's the build. I'd like to see your build for Dark Irregular sometime. Seriously. Your favorite clan right there. I'm guessing you're pumped for getting the Chariots and the Blade Wing Ragey next expansion then. This one's a no-brainer how to build. I don't even need to think. I just do in this build. I don't have Commander Laurel, but I don't like it's not been a necessity for me to always have that card. I had a feeling. Cherry, you're gonna need your heal triggers for anyway, but yeah, I didn't save Dark Irregulars. I've been building up Narukami and Gold Paladin for the longest time. I'm so ready for Platina Ezel and Dungary Unlimited, dude. When those 2 come out, I am in godsend heaven, bro. Dungary is gonna be nasty. Man, I gotta shave, dude. I feel like I have an itch all over my face. I'm sure Keith would have criticism for me on how I build my Dimension Police, but, you know... why not? I know how to build this deck in my sleep. 4. P-Knight is the only way you usually run this. 1, 4, 4. And then Turtle, Maiden, 4. If I had more maiden and trailing row, the more maiden trailing rows you have, the more you take it out for this grade 2. Not grade 2, grade 3. I'll look at it later. Customize character. Don't think I have her yet. That's why if I just run the green, basic green, it's fine. I think the last deck I have to build is built those. Built. Yeah. Last one I have is Pale Moon. Don't have a single copy of Purple Trapezes, which is why I'm scared if I open up anything for Lukier, because if I don't have Purple Trapezes, Lukier is like stupidly dead. Wait, I'm missing something. I'm in this. Oh yeah, the 1 Madcap Hatter, and then 4. Yeah, that was what I did. 4. Actually, that ran something different. Yeah, that was what I did. It ran. No, that was right. It's 2 because I'm running so many soul charges. I needed a grade 8, an 8K, and it wasn't Madcap. It was 2 copies of this. 4 copies of you. 2. Oh, no, 1. Fine. Alice. Robert. 2. 4. Done. Oh, it is Madcap. What am I doing? This was my Manticore build. Whoopsie. Heal. Draws. Crimson Heart. And that's literally every single deck in at the moment in Vanguard 0. Now I figured I'd do a little bit of a twist in this. You wanted to see, these are all my decks. What happens if I put myself to the test and see what I can't control which deck I get chosen? This is what I'm going to do. We're gonna... I'm probably am sleeping on Mirror Demon, but at the same time I don't have the stuff to make Mirror Demon. Random number generator. We have 16 decks right now. All 16 is a different clan in Vanguard, in the order that I made them. So, instead of having me choose which deck I get to play, let's see if I can take on ladder and see how many I get in a row without me getting to pick which deck I get to use. See if I can put my skills to the test. Let's use rank fight. First I have to pick a deck. So I have 16 here in total. Let's go to here. Max 16. Generate. Number 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Great Nature is the first deck I'm playing. Hajime. I'm trying to hit Legend 5 by the end of the night. And by end of the night, I mean 1 o'clock. Great Nature versus Kagero. Well, that's all. Just maybe put Dumbbell Kangaroo back in the deck. Let's put one Coiling Duckbill in there as well, and the Bison, and we'll keep Dominator Apt. Can I get a grade 2, please? Thank you. Love that hand. Alright, let's get on to the action. Red Pulse Draco Kid. Please don't tell me this is a VP farmer. I will be upset. Coiling Duckbill Ride. Let's put Blackboard in the back, and we'll pass the turn there. I have a water bottle down here. I'm just thirsty as shit. I do. Alright, not a bad. At least I know he's not a VP farmer. Already hitting a draw trigger. That's great. Dig through our deck even more. Digger, digger, dig. Alright. Grade 2, baby. Ride. Scope through my enemies. Binoculus Tiger, ride. This is order. Pencil Knight Hamskay. Then Coiling Duckbill. Coiling Duckbill will give the effect to Hamskay. Activate Blackboard Parrot's effect. Send Blackboard Parrot to the soul. Give the effect to Pencil Knight Hamskay. And then we call Stamp. Battle Phase. Attack with Binoculus. Binoculus' skill. Add 4,000 power to Pencil Knight Hamskay. Check. Heal trigger. Recover 1 point of damage. Power Hamskay. We hit that for 1 damage. That's a good damage check for me. Good damage check for me. Boom, 24. Daylight. Nani? Oh well. Knight retires. And order. 2 Pencil Knights to the deck to hand. Draw 1 card through the effect of Blackboard Parrot. And the other through Coiling Duckbill. Just drew 4 cards out of my deck in 1 turn. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Dusk. What is this guy? Amber Dusk, right? Amber Riot Chain? No, he's adding Overlord. He could just be having a mix of both Overlord and the and Amber Dragon Eclipse, which I have no idea why he would run such a foolish thing. Who knows, that might work, but Stamp Otters will be immune to the effect of the Amber Eclipse. That's a whiffed heal trigger, not exactly what I want to see. I still have 2 left in the deck, though. Alright. Dominate the battlefield with your ultimate Oracle of Knowledge. I write Skull Dominator Apt. Let's call Pencil Squire. Pencil Knight. And Binoculus. We'll start with the Hamskays. Then we'll go with the rear guard. Activating Binoculus effect. Add power to the Stamp Otter so it won't get retired, but I have a 20k rear guard. 20k. That's fine. If I had a limit break, this attack would hit no matter what, but we'll hit the trigger because we do those. Attack with Oracle Blaze. Twin Drive. First check. Second check. Okay, we didn't hit those. I said we would hit those and then we didn't hit those. Okay, funny game joke. Man, that popcorn's making my mouth dry. Alright, show me what you really are. Are you really Amber or are you really Overlord? Also, my phone's looking like it's gonna die soon. Thank God I have a charger. He crushes rear guards, tags Vanguard. Kind of wish I had more Leo in my hand. Bison. Eh. Let's skip ride phase on this. Let's call a Bison because I'm afraid he's going to Overlord next turn. I don't really exactly want that. I will call Pencil Knight though, forcing him to activate though if he grunts it. We'll make him think we have stand triggers. Because I technically have him in the form of Dumbbell Kangaroo, but I don't have him without, like, trigger-wise. I have him in the way of Dumbbell Kangaroo. That's perfect. We know he doesn't have... Yeah, his one nullifies in the drop zone because we made him waste that with the heal trigger to the damage zone. Now we got the end of phase here. Alright, bro. Take it easy. Hopefully, rest out because you're going to need all your strength for when we go to Saturday when the 24th comes, bro. You can watch the gameplay tomorrow whenever you're ready. If you ever want to. Speaking of that, I gotta remind myself, after I'm done making this video, I gotta change my thumbnail for my Mondo Lord deck. I uploaded last night. Alright. He's hitting a lot right now. So we'll hit a lot too. Dumbbell Kangaroo. Stamp. Shoista. I should not have done that. Bison. Apt. Dumbbell. Standing that now would be a waste. I needed the trigger to make that play work. I'm probably dead right now because I don't have a PG in hand. All my cable sheaves are at the bottom. Have not seen a cable sheave all game. Except the one that's in my damage zone. And there's the Overlord play. Oh, well, this looks like death to me. Clutch heal triggers? Have I even seen heal trigger this game? Yeah, I've seen all my Dumbbell Kangaroos. That draw trigger is a sight for sore eyes, though. If I pull a heal trigger here, I could still be in this game. Nope. Well, I didn't see any PGs, and that's why you need 9 draw this deck, because you need a dig for your PGs in this deck. That's great nature, though. Not off to a great start, but we'll give it another few tries. Is it on my screen? Yeah. 14. Second to last. Oy boy. Dimension, please. Keith's gonna be happy. I hear Enigma Storms has a new animation. Oh, you're still... Are you still here, Allie? It says you're still here. That's not a bad hand. Oh, I'm against Bermuda. Dimension Police versus Bermuda Triangle. Riviere. Oh my god. Ripple. Ripple's effect on flow. Addle. Wavel. Ha! Looks like this is a VP farmer. Then let's finish this fast, so we can get on to the real games. We still hit those. Ooh, thick comes Rivy. Hi, Rach. Sup, girl? I know for a fact he's a VP farmer. No way, dude. There's no way he doesn't have a grade 1 at this point. I feel bad. Well, let's crush this young man's dreams anyway. Dimensions across dimensions with your flow of time. Come on this battlefield like a raging tempest and end it with a storm. And speaking of Storm, it's his name and shine. Enigma Storm is it's your time. Superior call, Enigma flow from the soul. I call Cosmo Roar and Enigma shine. Activating the skills of both my tigers. Activating the skill of one of my tigers. I have 2,000 power to Enigma Storm. Battle phase. Enigma shine attack the Vanguard. Light up this battlefield. When he attacks, I add 3,000 power to a unit of my choice. I add it to my Vanguard. Attack the Vanguard with Cosmo Beak with a boost from Flow. End this game. Pathetic. End this game with a boost from Cosmo Roar. Cross dimensions and obliterate my foe. Enigma Storm attacks when his power is over 15,000 base. I had critical. Twin Drive. First check, second check. Game endo. It's VP Farmer. But you know what? Free easy victory. At least this time I don't have to worry about losing, but again, it wasn't actually against the opponent. We'll still do another randomize though. 12. So 2 up. 2 up. 1, 2. Bermuda itself. My Bermuda deck. Oh, my cat's asleep behind me. Ooh. That hand isn't the greatest. Better hand. Better hand. I want you to know, though, I run... Yeah. I run 1 copy of that Riviere, and that 1 copy of Riviere somehow always ends in my hand. Oh, we're up against Gold Paladin, and it's Criff. So he's either playing the Agrazel beam like I do, or he's playing Ezel. Which, either way, Agrazel or not Agrazel, you literally have Ezel, which is just a great card in general. That confirms it already. 9 crit Ezel. That's what I'm facing here. Deadly, deadly deck. Very deadly. Ooh, that PG in the damage zone is not something I like seeing. You want to hit? I'll hit hard too. Not hard to do that. Go my Vanguard. Guess we're standing up Sedna and adding 5,000 power to her as well, even though she will not hit. If I threw down Perla, it would have hit. I could have had this man at 3 damage. But then again, more damage on Ezel is death. For me. Great, that Loppier shoot is gonna blast Sedna. Fuck you, kid. Sing a beautiful song on this battlefield with your velvet soul and your gorgeous, beautiful eyes. Ride. Riviere, Perla, and Clary. Clary skill at 2,000 power. Let's go. Attack. Let's do this. Recover 1 point of damage. Power to Perla. Skill activate of Reindeer. Bounce Clary to the hand and resummon her to the field. Add another 2,000 power to that column because it boosts up Perla. Second check. wasted trigger. With big boost from Perla, go! Clarity. I have given him Ezel's limit break, though. Probably should not have gone overkill on that turn. There's the Ezel. Oh my god, dude. That's just yikes, dude. He's blowing up my rears. He's not trying to let me do the stand. How many draws do I have on this deck? Yeah, I should have draw trigger. Or not. 4 damage. We gotta risk it for the biscuit. Only way I'm gonna make a hit this turn is if somehow I pull a trigger. And it looks like we're not gonna deal damage to the Vanguard this turn. This is bad. I always ship Korin and Aichi, bro. Or Korin and Misaki. Not Korin and Misaki. Yeah. If you were gay, Korin and Misaki. Or Misaki and Aichi. Some would also ship Misaki and Ren. Asuka and Ren is always like a thing, but that's like the obvious one, you know, always relationship. Gee whiz, dude, that's a board. Wow. So 2 PGs enter his deck. Ram him. Twin drive. Give me a trigger, please. No! I'm dead. If he pulls a critical trigger, it doesn't even matter if I pull a heal trigger. I'm just cooked. Alright. I'm dropping the challenge. I want to get at least one more win in before I wrap this up and go play with my friends. Well. So let's play Exorcist Kami. And win this game. Ooh. Ooh. Shadow Paladin versus Narukami. This match is gonna be a hot one. Flashes of thunder with dark raging fury. This is gonna be smoking. Stand up Vanguard. Exorcist Mage Cho-Cho. Full bow. Blaster Javelin on his side. No surprise there. Dragon Dancer. Stormy. Ride. Cho-Cho out of the soul. Attack. I want to see her use a lightning bolt, yo. It doesn't make sense for her to have a storm. She doesn't even have a sword. He's going to hit me for 2 damage this turn. I'll start with Blaster Dark. Checks a mag clear, so there's 1 PG out of the question. Yeah, that's exactly 12. He did hit that. If I had an 8K base, he would not have hit that. Ride. The big boy and gunner of the south. Desert Gunner, Shinden. Because Shinden appeared, my opponent's rearguard loses intercept. I call Jin of the Lightning Flare. Jin of the Lightning Flare attacks. Wasted heal trigger. Although now this attack, even if I do hit a trigger, I will not be able to hit the Vanguard. And therefore, Cho-Cho boosts. Shinden attacks Nemen. Smart play on my part. He's up. And even if he rides Phantom Blaster Dragon right now, he will not be able to use damn Charging Lance. Predictable. I'm gonna finish this guy off with a meme. My computer hot? No, it's still chill. Still chill. Good. Ooh. He's gonna push me to 4 damage off the gate. Whiffing those heal triggers. Ugh. Crank it up to 11. guide my troops to victory. Started uproar on the battlefield. I riot General Gyrus. Gyrus no skill hustle. Soul charge. Jin of the lightning flare. Spark. And flash. Let's go. Attack. Voltage Claw. Go. Jin. I'm exhausted, dude. Tired and hot. Then again, I'm in sweatshirt. He could damn charging Lance right now. Ooh. He's most likely gonna damn charging Lance and make me waste gold. And if he pulls this off, I could lose. Ooh, yeah, this is bad. Ay, dude. Double nullify? I need to draw another grade 2 to make this work. Nullify with gold? He'll take out Jin, but that's... which will suck, but I have no choice but to let it happen. Open up with your piercing arrows and crack thunder in the sky. Bolt out of here, boy. And run to mama with your tails between your legs, bruh. Heal trigger. Recover 1 point of damage. Power to Ryan. Second check. Voltage Claw Dragon. Draw 1 card. Power Ryan. Go. With a boost from Spark. Go, Ryan. That's 5 damage, boy. Even if you damn charging Lance and get rid of there, I still have a nullify and I can still take 1 damage, boy. What you gonna do? Phantom Blaster Overlord, I'm not scared. Go ahead and draw some cards, boy. So predictable. Ha! Go ahead and Persona Blast. 10,000 power and +1 critical is nothing. Nullify the attack with Wyvern Guard Gold. Go ahead and demand. I've got this kid just where I want him. Stand and draw. And I drew. Oh, baby. Call. And then call again. That's everything. Finish him. Go Dungary. Heal trigger. Power to Dread Scythe. I have enough attacks to finish the game. Let's go. Dread Scythe. Electric Soul Stealer. Let's go. Now that's how you do a game, baby, with Narukami. Alright. Now this was just a preview of my decks and how their power is doing. You'll see me at Legend 5 the next time I do this stream. Hopefully. Over the course of time, you'll probably see these decks in a lot more action. I'll probably refine them more if I ever see fit, but this is pretty much the JaydenAG build on how to build a comp deck for every single clan in the game right now. I'll probably do, you saw me build all the decks. I'll probably do separate videos for them if you want to see me talk about the decks more individually, see more gameplay just specifically around those decks. Comment what you guys think about the deck, and well, leave a like if you guys enjoyed this video. This is your boy Yeet signing out. I really, guys, hope you enjoyed this day's episode of Vanguard 0. I'll catch you guys here on the next one. Peace out, everybody, and stay healthy. And please wear a mask in COVID-19. We will get through this time together.